Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to explain the lesson ideas of development, and this is part 3. In this video we are going to explain the concept of HDI, Human Development Index. Human Development Index. And in the previous video we explained about national income and per capita income, and we learned national income and per capita income have some limitations. If we revise once again, what are the limitations of national income and per capita income? If we know the national income, it is explaining just the total value of all the citizens in a country, whereas we have to know about the per capita income. It is explaining only the average income of one person. But whereas either we take national income or we take per capita income, both are explaining only about income level of one person, income level of an average person, and income level of the total population of a country. But if we take the Human Development Index, it means HDI. So, in place of national income and per capita income, why we are introducing Human Development Index? We are going to learn in this video. Actually, national income and per capita income both have some demerits. So, in order to remove these demerits, we are going to introduce the Human Development Index. So, this is actually introduced by the Indian famous economist Amartya Sen. Dr. Amartya Sen introduced this Human Development Index, and now this HDI is widely using by all the countries, and this indicator was developed by UNDP, which is one associative organization of UNO, and with the help of World Bank. So World Bank, United Nations Development Program. So under this program, World Bank is recommending, so maximum countries in the present time, maximum countries are using to measure the income level, to measure the social and economical development of a country. Now HDI is being taken by maximum countries, and based on HDI only we are observing whether a country is a rich, and a country does a country possess all the facilities or not for the people, and is it poor in providing all the facilities. All these things are come to know by only learning about Human Development Index. And now we have to see what is the meaning of Human Development Index. We are going to see about Human Development Index is telling what for us? It is explaining about the average level of income of a person and transportation, same way medical facilities, and same hospitality and housing, same way education, same way death rate, same way birth rate and literacy rate, infant mortality rate, so etc. So it is Human Development Index is explaining about all these conditions average. It means by learning about Human Development Index, we are indirectly explaining all these items average. It means it is explaining about not only income, it is telling about transportation, medical facilities, hospitality, housing, education, death rate, birth rate, literacy rate, and infant mortality rate. All these are discussing by only HDI. That's why if HDI is strong and more in a country, definitely the country which is top rank in HDI, and that is definitely providing all facilities to the people of its own. Suppose we have to take Japan is getting example third rank in HDI. Example India is getting 136th rank in HDI. It is explaining what for us 135 countries are providing better conditions than our India. It means which country is getting more income is not the important criteria. Which country is providing best facilities to the people, and that country stand first row in the development. So we are observing what here development is considering not only the income level of a country, and along with the income it is taking into account some important items what we wrote there. It means the transportation, medical facilities, hospitality, housing, education, death rate, birth rate, and literacy rate, infant mortality rate, all these. It means which country possess in all these things very well to their people, that country generally stand first rank, and that country is generally rich in all aspects, not only the income aspects. It means by this human development index we are observing what national income, per capita income are not good indicators, because they have some limitations. Because uh, per capita income is not explaining about hospitality, medical facilities, death rate, birth rate, literacy rate, all these. Same way national income is also not explaining about the total conditions of the people in a country. Whereas we take human development index, definitely it is explaining about all type of facilities of a country. That's why we are considering human development index is a better indicator compared to national income and per capita income. Now we have to see what are the words we are using in the human development index, and we are going to learn what is the meaning of these words used in the definition of human development index. So we have to see one by one. First we have to see income. We already told you. So according to the World Bank report, it already decided what here: high income group countries, middle income group countries, and low income group. So in this way, World Bank divided the total countries based on the national income and per capita income into three categories. We are observing one is high income group countries, which are also called rich countries. So the same way, these are middle income group countries, and the last one poor countries. If we see a poor country have what is the amount of per capita income, we are going to explain. So a country which has less than 1035 American dollars, that type of countries are come under low income group countries. Suppose we take example, we have to talk about Somalia, Eritrea, Kenya in the African continent. All these African continent, what I told you, that type of countries are explaining for example of poor countries, because in these African countries, what I told you, Somalia, Eritrea, Kenya, all these countries per capita income, national income, these two are less than other countries. And we take here the second one, middle income group countries, and these countries have income scale above 1035 and up to $12,600. It means their income level is in the range of 1035, more than 1035, and up to $12,600. Whereas suppose we take in this category, how many countries are coming? So in this category, we are observing India is fall under this category. In the same way, India's neighboring countries like India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Myanmar, and Bangladesh, all these countries are coming under the category of MIG. It means a middle income group country. Whereas we have to take the top one. It means rich countries. So which country possess the per capita income above $12,600. So these countries are to be called as high income group countries, also called rich. So, but this category, this division, though it is correct according to the World Bank, we cannot decide. This is the only criteria to decide the country's level. That's why I told you what income is not only the deciding factor of a country's level, a country's social development. Along with income, we have to learn about in the same way number of other aspects what we are adding in under HDI, Human Development Index. So among the Human Development Index, apart from income, we are observing what are the facilities, and we have to take first here education. It means it has a link with literacy, and if we take the literacy percentage of India has to understand according to 2011, since still though we are in 2021 census are still not available. That's why we have to explain the condition of India, literacy condition of India based on 2011 calculations only. According to 2011 calculations, if we see the total literacy percentage of India was 74.04%, and whereas the total literacy comprised male and female, we have to take male comprised 82.14, whereas the female literacy comprising 65.46. It means this table explaining what for us female literacy is less than male literacy in our India. It means in our India, male have better literacy compared to female. And do you think why in our India this type of low literacy consisted by the female and high literacy by male? Now we have to see what are the causes behind for the low literacy percentage of women. It means females. And among these, what are the reasons behind we are discussing? The first reason is so many years back onwards there was a policy towards the women. We have to say it as discrimination, also called gender bias. It means along with men, women were not given preference by their parents. Of course, luckily, compared to the ancient society, nowadays society has been changing rapidly. Nowadays, all the women are to be said as lucky women, because lucky girls, because the parents are giving maximum value, equal value to them along with the males. And number two is coming out of the house by a woman will be treated as a crime in the olden days, and they are not given preference in the house and in the outside also. And the third one, some parents had the negative calculation against women. So they are calculating, though we are investing money on a girl, on a woman, definitely they are going to be married, and those benefits are to be given to the husband's family, not to the parents. That's why some parents did not encourage girls or women along with boys or men. Because of this, so many decades onwards, the female are backward compared to males. Luckily, then nowadays maximum parents are realized and they came to know that women and men both are equal, and both are two wheels to the family cart, and in these two wheels even one wheel is also not running well, the family cart is not moving well. That's why they are giving equal priority to girl and boy in this present society. So all these reasons are throwing the development of women so many distant away compared to man, and it is that condition is recovering by our government, by our individuals slowly. That's why what is happening, The literacy rate has been rapidly increasing compared to the olden days, compared to now. So this is to be called, what I told you, gender bias. What is gender bias? There was a policy of discrimination towards women by men, was called gender bias. And do you know, the gender bias is not now appear maximum places in our India, and still we are observing in some places about the condition of gender bias. And we have to see this gender bias is an important concept which is lagging behind all the women. And suppose present condition was observed in so many years back, definitely women would achieve number of developmental concepts, and she is also, compared to the present position, her position would be better. So in this way, present we are observing the value of the female education. That's why every parents are giving preference to the female, and such type of a state is to be taken as a model. Example, Himachal Pradesh. Suppose we take the Himachal Pradesh as a model, Himachal Pradesh state as a model. So suppose we draw our India a rough diagram. Where is the Himachal Pradesh location? So it is better to you because it may be giving for examination. Location of Himachal Pradesh is also somewhat important to you. Suppose we take the location of Himachal Pradesh. So here, so in this Himachal Pradesh, which is comprising the capital of Simla, the capital, and the Himachal Pradesh, we are not able to see any sort of gender bias, and in this state, gender bias between female and male is very, very low. So what is the reason behind? Though Himachal Pradesh state has some inconvenience regarding the resources and transportation, because it is a hilly area, though they are overcoming these disadvantages, and definitely they are trying to overcome the problems, and some years onwards this Himachal Pradesh name is well known to all the entire India, because they are giving equal preference to girls education along with boys. And nowadays they are in well positions, and they are in the top positions, and they are doing different type of works, and they are earning the income, and that's why compared to the national our total India's national per capita income, the Himachal Pradesh state per capita income is more. So likewise, we cannot see any private schools in Himachal Pradesh. We have to see maximum governmental schools in Himachal Pradesh. In this way, Himachal Pradesh is to be taken as a model in order to provide preference for female education, and so that like Himachal Pradesh, all states wanted to remove the gender bias conditions or the discrimination, and so that we can see in future women also in a unique position. And in the next video we are going to discuss the remaining topics along with education, the remaining topics. Okay ma, keep on watching. Thank you.